Welcome to Eagle Complete course. After done installing the Eagle software, let's take a look at the software itself. When you first open the software, you will find this page. It is called Control Panel. The Control Panel is basically the program's control center. All the files specific to Eagle are managed here, and some basic settings can be made. It is similar to the familiar file manager used by a wide variety of applications and operating systems. Each Eagle file is displayed in the tree view by means of a small symbol. So, in the top part of this window, you can see some menus here. Then, on the left side of this window, you can find the tree view. Opening one of the branches shows all the related items that come with Eagle. And here on the right side, you can see the preview of your project. We will see all the options inside this control panel and understand it one by one. When you click the File menu here, you can see some options. When you hover your cursor on the new option, it will show you some different options you can choose to make some different new file. You can make new project, new schematic file, new board file, new library, new design block, new CAM job, new ULP, script, and text. Then, the next option is Open. It is used to open the existing file. The Open Recent Project option is to ease us when we have to open the project we just opened, so we don't have to go to the file directory. To save all the projects or files we are working on, we can click the Save All option. Then, in the View menus, they provide whether we want to use the extended mode or not. When this menu is on, the documentation and the project branch of the tree view show all files by default. Image and other binary files can be opened directly with the appropriate default application. If this mode is switched off, only Eagle's related file will be shown. The Refresh menu is used to update the contents of the tree view. You can click this option over here, or just simply press Ctrl plus F on your keyboard to search for the word on this page. Then, all the options inside this tree can be sorted based on the name or based on the type. Next, on the Option menu, you will see the Directories option. It is used to define the directories you save all the files you made here in Eagle. For example, by default, the libraries will be saved into this directory. You can change the directory by clicking the Browse button here. Then, choose the directory where you want to save your files. Then click Select Folder here, and after you're done, click OK. The Backup or Locking is an Eagle feature used to customize the automatic backup function. Maximum backup level defines how many backup copies of your Eagle data files shall be kept when regularly saving a file to disk with the right command. The auto backup interval defines the maximum time after which Eagle automatically creates a safety backup copy of any modified drawing. Then, if the automatically save project file option is checked, your project will be automatically saved when you exit from the program. Note that if you uncheck this option while you have a project open, this project will not be saved when you close it, and thus these settings will not be stored in the project's eagle.epf file. This means that the next time you open the project, this option will be checked again. If you want this option to remain unchecked for the current project, you need to manually select File, then Save All from the pull-down menu after unchecking this option. The Enable File Locking is set off by default. For each file edited in one of the Eagle editor windows, Eagle creates a lock file and with .lck format. If another Eagle user tries to open one of the already locked files, a dialog window that offers various options pops up. Next, the User Interface options allows you to customize the appearance of the layout, schematic, and library editor windows. On the Control section, the pull-down menu activates the pull-down menu at the top of the editor window. The Action toolbar activates the Action toolbar containing buttons for File, Print, etc. Then, the Parameter toolbar is to activate the Dynamic Parameter toolbar, which contains all the parameters that are available for the currently active command. Then, this is to activate command buttons, the Text Tool command menu, and the Sheet Thumbnails preview. Then, you can also set the parameters for display, layout schematic, MISC, and vertical text. I will leave it in its default settings. Then, the proxy settings. A proxy server is a system or router that provides a gateway between users and the internet. So, the proxy settings dialog allows you to set proxy server. The available proxy types on Eagle are Use System Settings. It means let Eagle use system proxy settings. Then, No Proxy means use direct connections. HTTP option use HTTP transparent proxying. Then, the SOCKS5 is use the SOCKS5 proxying. The Help menu allows you to access to the Eagle tutorial and manual available in different languages. Additionally, if you click on the Documentation menu, there can be found the update.txt file and documentation files of some of the user language programs. After that, we will look at the tree view here. In the library summary, Eagle has managed libraries and the basic libraries. Here, I have my local user library as well, but you can ignore it at this moment. Managed libraries come with the Eagle installation, are kept up to date and in sync with the online Eagle Managed Libraries repository. If there are newer versions of managed libraries available, you can decide to download and use them. Beside the Managed Libraries folder, you see another library folder here. It is using my account name, which is supposed to be the folder for all of our own and self-made libraries. In the description field, you can see a brief description of the contents. If a library is selected, you will see more extensive information about the library in the right-hand part of the control panel. If you then expand a library entry, the contents will be displayed together with a short description of each element. Devices and packages are marked with a small icon. Now, select, for example, a device. The description of the device and a graphical representation of it appear on the right. The available package and technology variants are listed. If you click onto one of the package versions, the package preview shown above will change. The green marker behind the library entry indicates that this library is in use. This means that it can be used in the current project. Devices in this library will be examined by search function in the Add dialog of the schematic diagram or of the layout. This makes them available for the project. The library will not be examined if the marking is gray. Actually, Eagle provides us with a lot of libraries we can use. But sometimes, they don't have the library of the component we want to use. So, we can also add the external library to Eagle. In the Autodesk page, they already have the article to show us how to install and use the external library from SparkFun and Adafruit in the Autodesk Eagle. I will write the address of the web here, so you can open it if you need further explanation about these steps. Now, I'm going to explain while trying to make a demo, so you will understand better. SparkFun and Adafruit are hardware companies that sell electronics components. These two companies are cooperating with some electronic design automation software, including Autodesk Eagle. So the first thing we must do is to download the SparkFun or Adafruit libraries from their respective GitHub pages. Now I will open the SparkFun library GitHub. The address of the GitHub page is written on the screen. Here, you will see the green button. Click it and choose the Download Zip option. Once the zip files are downloaded, navigate to the folder these files are downloaded. then extract them. I want to move this file to the Eagle Documents directory. Now that your new SparkFun or Autodesk library have a new home on your computer's drive, it's time to update your Eagle directory so they can be found. First, open the Autodesk Eagle. Here on the control panel, select Options, then click Directories to open the Directories dialog. Now, we need to add the file path that our SparkFun or Autodesk library is stored in the library field. Instead of removing the existing old directory path, we can add out a new file path after the default one. To add the new path, we need to add a semicolon here if you use Windows. Or if you use Mac, you can add a colon. Then, you can copy the path here and simply paste it here. After done, click OK to finalize your directory changes. Then, close the Eagle and reopen it. When you reopen Autodesk Eagle, check out the Libraries folder in the control panel, and you should see your newly added folders. But before we can start using the SparkFun or Autodesk libraries, we will need to activate it. Here on the SparkFun or Autodesk folder, right-click it, then select Use All. You will see the green dot here as a sign that you are successfully activated the library, and the library is ready to be used. You can also non-activate the library by right-click it, then select Use None. The gray dot means the library is deactivated and won't show up in your searches. Then, design blocks or DBL ideally contain a consistent schematic and layout pair that can be easily used in any project. Design blocks can have a description and attributes for getting information about the intent of the design block. Eagle already gave some examples of design blocks you can see here. The next one is Design Rule. Special design rules can be specified in Eagle to govern the board design. These can be saved as data sets in special files or .dru format. The parameter set that is to govern the current project is specified in the Design Rules branch of the tree view. If no data has been provided for the Design Rules or DRC command, Eagle will itself provide parameters. The marking to the right of the file entry specifies the default parameter set for the current project. The layout will be checked by the DRC in accordance with these criteria. We will learn more about design rules in the other video. Then, user language programs, script, and CAM jobs. These entries shows the contents of the ULP, SCR, and CAM directories. They contain various user language programs with .ulp format, script files with .scr format, and CAM jobs with .cam formats for the output of data using the CAM processors. If one of these files is selected in the control panel, you will see a full description of the file. The path can be set by means of the Options or Directories menu. This is discussed in more detail later in the different video. Then, Spice Simulator. In this version of Eagle, they have Spice Simulator. It allows us to simulate the behavior of circuits. By testing how a circuit will perform in action, we can catch errors early in the design process before they manifest in our prototypes. Spice simulation makes this happen through the use of Spice models and a netlist. The netlist defines how pins are connected on our schematic. Models contain text description of a component's values, which can then be used by the Spice engine to simulate behavior mathematically. We will learn about the Spice simulator in the different video. The next one is project. A project usually consists of a folder which represents the project by its name and the project's configuration file equal.epf. The folder usually contains all files belong to your project. For example, schematic and board file, spatial libraries files, script files, and so on. So, that's the brief introduction for the first window of Eagle or the control panel. We will learn further about Eagle software in the next video.